Hello, Unchained family. This is Faith Unchained, where we teach you how to break the chains that bind you. So, guys, I'm going to ask that if you're new to our channel and this is your first time seeing our content, please subscribe. You're welcomed here. And be sure to click on that notification bell because each time I upload a video, you'll get notified. Like this video because each like helps us to get seen by more viewers like yourself. And please, share this video and our content with anyone that you know. So guys, today is going to be a really controversial topic and it's probably going to get a lot of you in your feelings. I'm just saying, forewarning you, so buckle up and let's go on this ride, alright? So, did you know that 50% of marriages end in divorce? That's true. And I'm pretty sure that number is a lot higher. But of that percentage, 80% of those divorces are initiated by women. Did you know that? You can Google the statistics and it's going to tell you right there. So go look it up and see for yourself. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. These marriages end because there was a woman who is not happy with her husband for many reasons, and most of the reasons that women give is abuse. So either mental, verbal, or physical abuse is the one that most women go with. So the question becomes then, how much of that is really accurate? How much of that is really true? Because here's the thing, and this is going to stir up a lot of people. I'm calling BS on that claim. I'm calling BS on it. Now, that's not to say that there aren't women out there who are actually physically, mentally, and verbally abused. But majority of the women that make this claim, they are crying wolf because it's not true. Here's the thing. They can't fight with a man physically. So you know how they do fight? You know how they do fight? They want to make themselves look like the absolute most perfect little angel that can do no wrong. And they want to make you out to be a monster. They want people to see you as a monster. So how they fight is by dragging your name through the mud. That's how they fight you. And it makes you lose a little bit of dignity. That's how they get to you. And the quickest way for them to get out of a marriage is by saying that you were physically, verbally, or mentally abusive to them, even if it's not true. And you know what? The judge is going to take their side because they're a woman. And they're going to believe them. And they're going to rule in their favor. That's what happens. So, I'm calling BS on that claim for a majority of the women that are out there. I know a lot of you are probably in your feels right now. Okay. But I'm saying that it goes much deeper than that. The reason why people get divorced, it goes much deeper than that. My job here is to get you to think outside of the box, opening your eyes to a whole new perspective, something that you would never have seen before, right? So, the truth is, because we have this phrase, happy wife, happy life. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard it. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you've heard that phrase, happy wife, happy life. I hate that phrase personally, and I think that phrase is complete and utter BS, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not about you, women. It's not about you. What that's saying is that we're to cater to your every need, your every want, your every desire, your every whim, without any regard for our needs, our wants, our desires. Well, you catering to our every whim. If you're not happy, then our life becomes miserable. But here's the thing. Here's reality check for you. Marriage is not about you, women. Marriage is not about you, men. Marriage is about what you two as individuals, how you can better yourselves and work towards the betterment of the relationship and work towards the best interest of your partner. There's no I in team, last I checked. And it takes two to tango. It takes two to dance. Last I checked. It works both ways, 50-50. So, here's a question for you. When do women learn about true unconditional love? First off, men, in most cases, they do not learn this with you. They don't learn this with you. And this isn't to say that this is true for all women. But let's face it. We live in a society plagued by sin, where everyone is affected by it. We live in a world where nobody follows Scripture. Nobody gives two craps about Scripture. They follow what they want. They want to do what they want to do. They want to go with the rest of the world instead of going with what God told them to do. That's the kind of world that we live in. So, they do not learn true unconditional love with you. In truth, we divorced, every single one of us, men or women, we divorced for selfish reasons. So, I want you to think back to your vows. Think back to them. Because if you've recently been married, if you have been married, if you're currently married, then at some point in your lives, you have recited these vows. You've said these vows. So, I take you, so-and-so, whoever you are, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part. Now, if you need me to repeat that, I'm not going to. Rewind the video. You've heard it. So, the thing is, we recite these vows. We recite them. But here's the thing. You're not really comprehending what it is that you're saying. And you don't actually mean what you're vowing. Do you know what a vow means? A vow is a solemn promise. It's a solemn promise. And so here's the thing. If she truly loved you unconditionally, then she'd know this truth. Right here, this truth. So listen up. Listen up. Marriage isn't I promise to love you until I stop loving you for whatever reason. I'll say it again. Marriage isn't I promise to love you until I stop loving you for whatever reason. It's I promise to make a conscious decision to continue to love you even when it's hard to. Because I'm aware that there is nobody perfect. I'm aware that each and every one of us struggles with sin. We're prideful, we're arrogant and sinful creatures, selfish creatures. I'm aware of that. I'm aware there is no one righteous, no, not one. But because I'm making the decision to marry you, you are worth it. If they really understood, if we really understood what true unconditional love is, then what I just said becomes valid. Second, it's unfortunate because supposedly it's the love that you as spouses shared that created your children. And here's what's going to cause a big, huge controversy. I can see it now. A lot of you flipping your crap, minds being blown. Outrage. I can see it now. But she doesn't know true unconditional love until she gets her kids. In most cases. In most cases, she doesn't know. And I want you to think about it. I want you to think about it. Hear me out. Hear me out. Again, we don't need to approach life with rose-colored lenses, only seeing things that we want to see and hearing things that we want to hear that suit our lifestyle or that suit what we believe. No, you're not going to learn that way, and you're not going to grow to become better if you approach life that way. So, I want you to think about it. Your love is conditional because despite your vows that we said earlier, right? The second something goes wrong in your marriage, I'm going to give you an opportunity to answer. What happens? What happens the second something goes wrong in your marriage? I'm pretty sure that you answered it wrong, so I'm going to tell you. You leave. You end things and you leave. You're gone. However, when she has kids, no matter how badly they screw the pooch in life, you can never do away with a mother's love. And here's the sad part. Your child, you could be raising the biggest serial killer of all time, and you can never do away with the mother's love. In your eyes, your child can do no wrong. What's the first thing you'll say? My child, my Billy is never capable of that. He'll never do that. And he actually did do that. But your love is unchanging for your son, regardless of what he does, or regardless of what your daughter does. Your love is unchanging. It's unwavering. It's unconditional. To whereas a man screws up in marriage, and it could be the smallest minute thing, and all of a sudden, you're evil! You're a terrible man! You're a terrible person! You're going to hell! And you leave them. See? Conditions. But all this, in spite of the fact, your children, they're going to grow up, they're going to leave you, and they're going to start their own families. And here's the thing. Their families are going to take priority over you. So, your love is what created your children in the first place. So the love that you share with your spouse needs to be on a completely different level than the love that you share with your kids, because your kids are not going to be able to give you that intimate conversation. They're not going to be able to give you the intimate physicality of what a relationship entails. They're not going to be able to do that for you. They're not going to be able to do what a husband does. They're going to grow up to leave you. So, your love for your spouse needs to be that much stronger, because that love is what created your children in the first place. I said it? Alright. So lastly, men, you are not off the hook. I know I talked about women in this video, but you're not off the hook. Because here's controversy for you guys. You ready? You ready? If you're a man watching this video, I'm going to throw some controversy at you. Feminism is your fault. It's your fault. It's our fault as men, because we allowed it to happen. We allowed it. So, it's not all the women's fault that marriages end in divorce. It's not. We have MGTOW. And they're like, well, women, it's all their fault. All their fault. Dude, last I checked, everyone is plagued by sin. Everyone's affected by it. We're all selfish. We're all sinful. We're all prideful. We're all arrogant. And we're all narcissists. And we don't think that we can do any wrong. And the first thing that we're going to do when somebody calls us out, no, I don't agree with you. You're in the wrong. You point your finger right back at them. We allowed feminism. Feminism spawned because we thought it was cute. We thought that, oh, they're doing a nice thing and you know, equality, all that. We're gonna live in harmony, man. When in fact there was evil intentions behind why feminism spawned in the first place. So, I digressed on that, but you as a man, right, and leader of the household have a big responsibility in that you are an example of what true love should be. And you are also the initiator of true unconditional love. True unconditional love starts with you, men. Scripture tells us, husbands, love your wives. But notice, it doesn't say that for women. Nowhere does it say that for women. Men, true unconditional love again starts with you and the example that you set for your women and your children. Men, you are to lead her. You are to guide her. You are to teach her. Women, submit and respect your husband. For some reason, women flip out when they hear the word submit. They flip out. And if your man is godly and or a good man, so that means he doesn't have to be a godly man, but if he respects you, if you are a godly woman and he respects you, and he respects what you believe, and he doesn't go against what you believe or causes you to sin, follow him all the way. Follow him all the way. Genesis 3:16 tells us that part of women's curse is to rebel against men, against husbands, and to gain power over you. So it's a constant power struggle between husbands and wives. But here's the thing. It also tells you, as men, you are to rule over her. With wives submitting to their husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. So, leading her in love, respect, and, listen up, mutual submission. So women, you're not the only ones who are to submit. So I don't know why there's such outrage when you hear that word, but men are to submit too. Leading her in love, respect, and mutual submission. So guys, that brings us to a close for today's video. And I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you're all up in your feelings, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're in agreement, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, please. And so I leave a question with you guys. Do you believe women know what true unconditional love is before kids or after kids? After hearing what I said in today's video, leave your thoughts down below. And please, again, I ask that if you're new to this channel and this is your first time seeing our content and you aren't subscribed already, please click that subscribe button and click on the notification bell, because anytime I upload a video, it's going to notify you. And like this video, because each like helps us to get seen by more viewers like yourself. And share this video and our content with anyone that you know. Guys, this has been fun. This is Faith Unchained, where we teach you how to break the chains that bind you. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.